Harry does everything to avoid returning to California. Locals reveal he's moved to Austin for a month. Meghan Markle assumed that portraying her marriage as perfect would win over the public. However, social media reveals that the Duchess of Sussex's attempts at displaying an ideal relationship have somewhat backfired. An insider claims that Harry and Meghan's marriage seems troubled. Meanwhile, many believe that the Markle controls her husband, and they believe that she pushes herself into the spotlight, holding him back with what's become known as the Markle Claw. On Sunday, Prince Harry was all smiles without Meghan Markle at a racing event. Did Prince Harry go to the Grand Prix in Texas to avoid going home to California? That seems to be the rumour going around. So much for being a great parent. What man or woman with children under 5 leaves them for weeks at a time in order to go travelling? Wouldn't taking your kids to a big event like the Grand Prix be much better? If it were Prince William, he'd take one of his boys to the Grand Prix. Archie and Lilibet never leave the house. How can the public relate to them in the future if they're not seen? Anyway, let's return to Prince Harry's little adventure to Texas. Recently, a source on Blind Item also reveals that Harry's doing everything possible to not go back to California. It feels like the Caribbean thing was similar to when Brad and Jen did something like it right before they split for good. Another source close to Texas residents said that Harry's staying in their city for around a month. Good news is that no one's talking about it. His company, Better Up, were moving their headquarters to Austin. Not big offices as of yet, but the executives are down there. They felt that San Francisco was no longer safe enough to keep their offices there. The reality is that Texas is one of the most business-friendly states in the US. Plus, there's no personal state income tax. For super high earners, that's a big incentive. California taxes the snot out of high earners, and especially corporations. Better Up staff work remotely, so this decision really only affects the C-suiters, as the executives still need to meet in person some of the time. Harry's down there trying to make sure that he keeps his place at Better Up. It is possible that the Sussexes will pull a Jada and Will or a Meryl and Don and be secretly separated before announcing it years down the line. We know that Meghan Markle will continue to hang on to Harry, as she knows that she won't get invited anywhere without him, unless the ginger leaves on his own. The Harkles just seem too contractual at this point, basically leeching off each other's resources, trying to keep forward motion. It really looks like a J-Lo sort of situation, and with all these other infamous couples revealing extended separations, it would totally fit them too.